you for coming back. I haven't been on for a good few weeks. I know, I apologise. No massive real reason for it, just like, you know, where the internet and stuff just takes a bit of a toll on your brain and you kind of have to step back and recharge. I suppose that's what I did. So yeah, that's the only reason. I've got no other excuses for it. I just haven't been around for that reason. But it's been nice to sort of chill, sort of like, you know, sit back and chill and relax and not have to worry about doing videos. And I know it sounds a really strange thing to say for someone that does YouTube videos, but it's quite stressful when you've got to do videos because you have to try and think of things, or you've got to try and, you know, the content's got to be regular. You've got to, it's finding the content that's not too much, but stuff that's not boring. It can take a little bit of a toll sometimes. So that's sometimes why I think I go, well, okay, let's step back from this. And you know, and that's where my head's at. My head gets like that sometimes. So yeah, anyway, so that's kind of where I've been at. But I'm back now, so, you know, I'll stop whining about it. As you can see, I changed my haircut. Yeah, okay, you know, I do that quite a lot, and you probably noticed that over the time I've been doing YouTube videos as well, so it's not new, it's nothing new. What else have I done? Nothing really, nothing out of the ordinary. I've been making quite a few new friends, car friends, because I'm a real car geek. You know, I quite like cars and I like, you know, all that stuff. So yeah, I don't just like ghosts and paranormal stuff. I like cars and I love dogs and I love walking and I love exercise and I like fun people, to be fair. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing that. Anyway, waffling again. Just thought I'd sort of like, you know, put it out there why I've sort of not been around. That's all it is really. It's just literally that. So anyway, a few weeks ago, you may remember me saying that I was going to stay at a hotel in Cheshire. Okay, yeah. If you remember that, thank you for remembering. I did go stay there and it was really, really very nice. So, you know, I thought I'd do like a little video on it because of it's a really lovely place. So I found out, I did some research and I found out some stuff about the place, and all the pictures are my own. I took them while I was there and stuff. And yeah, it was really nice. So enjoy. Let's get into the first video of many more, and I'll see you on the other side. Shrigley Hall is a hotel and spa. It is set in the glorious 262 acres of land in Cheshire. As with many older buildings, Shrigley Hall has history, as it has served a variety of purposes. The name Shrigley Hall came from the original owners, the de Shrigleys, where the hall was passed down by marriage to the Downes family in the 14th century. They resided on the estate for over 300 years. In 1818, the estate was sold to the former MP for Blackburn, William Turner, with the present hall built in 1825. William Turner only had one daughter called Ellen. She was his heiress. Then in 1826, at only 15 years old, Ellen was at the centre of one of the most outrageous cases of abduction. On the 7th of March 1826, Ellen was taken away from her school in Liverpool on false pretences by Gibbon Wakefield. She was taken to Gretna Green, where they wed, and then from there they travelled to London and then on to Calais, where young Ellen was rescued luckily by her uncle. Wakefield was tried at Lancaster on March 3rd, 1827, where he was found guilty and sentenced to prison for 3 years. The scandal created a huge press covering throughout the country. Ellen later married Thomas Leigh, and they then died at the age of 19 after giving birth to their only child, Ellen Jane. Then Ellen Jane inherited Shrigley from her grandfather and later married the Reverend Lowther. They lived at Shrigley Hall until he died on the 30th of December 1877, and then Ellen passed away during November 1906. Their son, William, inherited the estate, and in 1929 the hall was sold to the Salesians Order for £3,000, and then it was converted into a missionary college. It was used for education and training of young men for their entry into priesthood. The Salesians are a religious congregation of men from the Catholic Church, founded by Italian priest in 1869, St. John Bosco. They are dedicated to the education of the young, especially those less privileged. Boys would arrive at Shrigley Hall at age 11 and would have to follow a strict regime of prayer and study, work and play. The school year started in September and ended in July, but students would not return home for Christmas or Easter. The college housed up to 200 male students at any one time, and when they left at 18, many of the boys became priests or brothers, and they worked all over the world, but particularly in poor countries. The adjoining church was designed by famous architect Philip Tilden, and it was built in 1936 from stone quarried from the estate. The building was a shrine to St. John Bosco. Once the Salesians left the hall in 1986, they moved to Savio House in Bollington Village. Work commenced creating what Shrigley Hall is today. And then in 1989, the doors of Shrigley Hall opened for the first time as a hotel, spa and golf resort, with extensive wedding and conference facilities. In the corridor up the main stairs, there's loads of photos on the wall with previous students and teachers. But it's really nice to see, and not only that, there are desks from way back in the day there too. So what you might be asking, is Shrigley Hall haunted? Well, according to some, it definitely is. Some have seen a man wandering through their ensuite bathroom. Some have said they have seen a caretaker wandering around the place, only there is no caretaker there. Some have also said they were woken in the night by the door being opened slightly by a man with a lantern, as if he was checking on them and making sure that they were in bed. Because it was a school after all, so maybe he was a teacher checking in on his students. Who knows? Now I know when we stayed there, we both experienced cold blasts of air in the night. We didn't sleep well because the people in the room next door were being really noisy, so we were awake a lot, and both of us noticed how cold the room kept getting. But it didn't last long. It was like as though someone was walking past and leaving a gust of cold air behind. It was really strange, and I was sort of waiting all night to see something. But as it's known to be one of the most haunted buildings, it's not really surprising really. And the fact that it was a school previously also makes it a bit more spooky. I mean, I'm quite susceptible to sort of the paranormal and anything like that. I'm quite open. I have sort of quite an open mind, and I think because it's in my family, I am quite susceptible to feeling things and seeing things and hearing things. So this wasn't any different. The only difference here at this time was my husband experienced the same thing as me. Like, it weren't till the next day we really spoke about it, and he said to me the same thing, that he felt kept getting cold. Like, it was really cold 1 minute, and then it would go within seconds. It didn't hang around. It was not like as if the aircon was on and it was really cold. It wasn't like anything like that. It weren't like a blast of air coming through the window, because it was freezing cold air. I kept having to put the duvet up because it was like, whoa, that's really cold. I was waiting to see my breath, that sort of thing. But I didn't actually see anything, although I was looking and I was waiting all night. I didn't actually see anything, which I was a little bit surprised and, what's the word, I suppose upset, gutted maybe, that I didn't see anything. On the other hand, if I did see a man opening my door with a lantern in the night, I think that would have just spooked me massively. and the people next door were so loud. It wasn't just a spooky presence next door, there was just definitely noisy drunk people in the room directly next door to us. So, but I mean, I think there's certain places where you get a vibe, and when we was walking around, because we obviously wandered around the whole place, when we was walking around, you kind of did get this vibe, especially where, you know, the students' desks and stuff were. You kind of had this weird, it was like a weird sort of feeling. And obviously you could look at all the pictures. There were so many pictures on the wall of students and from when it was a school and all of that. So it did sort of like throw you back a little bit. But it, you know, it was, I don't know, it was a bit spooky to say the least. And then we're not the only ones to experience cold blasts of air in the night. So, you know, it has been said before by other people. But I tell you what, if you want to visit, you might have to get used to like the signs of ghostly figures, maybe, if you're lucky. Unexplained noises in the night, temperature drops around the building, but I definitely recommend it because it's a stunning place and you'll never know, because you may see something or hear something or feel something too. So if you want my advice, go look it up, go and stay there. Tell me, let me know if you feel anything, see anything, or, you know, you have any experiences. Hope you enjoyed. Don't have nightmares. So there we have it. That was the video. Hope you enjoyed it. The place, like I said, it is absolutely beautiful, and it's a spa as well. So if you're into that sort of thing, you know, definitely go there and look it up. Definitely look it up. If you live in or around near the Lake Districts and Cheshire and all of that, it's a recommendation for me, because I found it is a beautiful place, really stunning, and I found it fascinating the fact that it was a school and stuff as well. You know, that fascinated me really, because I like things like that. So yeah, go and have a look if you're into nice hotels, even if you just want to go and stay for the night or whatever. Yeah, definitely do it, because it is worth it. It's worth it. I think, you know, it's somewhere that I probably would go again, to be fair, because it was very nice. And I don't go and stay in hotels very often, so that's probably why it was even nicer as well, the fact that I don't go and stay in hotels very often. But it was a really nice place, and a place that I would recommend anyway. So yeah. Anyway, my next video will be more ghosty, and that's because my next one will be of when we went on a ghost tour and a bat walk, because we did the bat walk as well, and it was really good. We really enjoyed it. So I'll do that with my next one. So yeah, look out for that. And thank you if you made it this far through the video and you've sat and watched and listened, and you know, if you enjoyed it, I like it, thank you, you know, that's great. I appreciate you coming along. I appreciate you. So yeah, have yourself a great rest of your day, and don't do anything that I wouldn't do, which kind of leads the scope quite wide. Anyway, have yourself a great day and see you on the next one. Ta-da! Bye bye.